Hey, Anxious Thoughts here, coming at you with another video. It's time for us to go through and sort all the petunias. Now, I've had a couple weeks off. I've had a chance to relax and kind of get things sorted. And now it's time for us to get back into the breeding of our petunias. And I really got to hurry because I have to have enough time for those seed pods to ripen, the plants to sprout, and then for me to observe the flowers and the glow intensity and all of that before summer ends. And we're mid-June, so I still have some time, but it's not something that I want to keep going for a long thing or a long time into the fall. Still don't have a plan for the greenhouse yet, which I've got to get working on. But let's take another look at some of these flowers. And what we're going to do is we're going to go through and we're going to separate things out by shade or tone or color. And we're looking at a few things that are starting to appear like this here. I think you can kind of see that. It's got some white in the throat of those that's appearing, which is kind of interesting. So we're going to go through and separate all these out. I was here last night, and all of the white ones were definitely glowing. Now, they're not glowing as bright as the original Fireflies, but they are at least quite noticeable when you're outside and your eyes have adjusted. So I'm going to set you up and just going to kind of sort through things, and then after we've sorted, we'll work at selecting what we're going to use for our breeding stock. And maybe if we have time, we'll plant up the Firefly cuttings into their gallon containers so that they're ready to continue to grow all summer, and I don't have to constantly worry about them drying out. Yeah, so let's get started on that. Let me get you set up. I think we're going to just start setting these up based on kind of the appearance of the color or the intensity. I'm just going to separate them just real basic. If I have to further divisions, we'll do that. I know they're a little wilty. They haven't got watered yet this morning, but whenever I water them, they kind of look horrible. So I want to make sure that I get them separated first and get a video shot. Then I'll go through and do some further care on them. See, this is a darker throat. That's just a plain white. I'm going to do kind of our blushes and the whites all together, the pinks all together. We'll go through and we'll just kind of sort them that way. Yeah. There's definitely going to be certain strains that are similar. How do you decide on that one? There's two. Oh, well, we'll put it down here with a darker purple. Two seedlings in that one. I think that qualifies as a blush. These are definitely an upright petunia. We'll have to work on getting some genetics in there to make them go down. I mean, upright's okay, but it's a little bit too upright for me. I think this is going to go on my keep flat. We'll work with that one. Put that one out here. Yeah, the plain whites are just going to kind of be rejected. So those are the ones that'll probably go. Yeah, and they're really dry. They were watered last night. They're going to go right into the ground after this. I'm not going to save any genetics from white. We already have a white Firefly. Yeah, that one really needs a drink. So right now we're not selecting for growth habit right now. We are just simply selecting for blossom color. And we're going to filter through these, get the blossom colors that we like, and then go from there. After we get blossom color established, we will go through and figure out how we're going to get them to be smaller. And this is probably going to be quite a bit of time of breeding to get that to happen. It's a blush too. Wow, those ones really got dry. That can go in the ground. All right, get that separated out. Someone was asking about the little oval leaf one. I think that's this one here, who's kind of in the dark. I'm going to set him off to here, and we'll work on him later. There's a different color. That is like a purple. We haven't seen that one yet. Put that over here. It's a real purple. Bunch more whites. Blush. Yeah, qualify that as a purple. It's going to be that pink. White. Another white. Yeah, lots of whites. Some more pinks. It's a pinky purple. I think it goes over here. Okay, so far we've only got one that I'm like, yeah, we're going to work with that one. That's interesting. I'll put that in my watch group. I like that one. There's 3 seedlings in that one. We'll put them with the whites. We'll go ahead and plant them up. Put that as the candidate. Man, these really are thirsty. All right, strictly white. We'll put him off here in the yard, give him a good drink of water, and we'll move on to the next plot. White back in here. Yeah, that already. All right, leave that as a blush. Really, that's kind of the same colorings we just see in the regular Fireflies. Darker purple center. Put that on the list of possibilities. Kind of one of the reasons I'm going through these right now is I want to go through and select just the petunias I'm going to use, because as you can see with them wilting down, they were watered yesterday afternoon, and they're already wilted. So I want to make sure that I don't miss the waterings. I like this one. I want to make sure I don't miss the waterings, which is going to start causing me issues now that summer's really underway. And whatever I'm going to keep, I'm going to pot up into gallon pots. I just got some yellow. I'll set that one off to the side in case I can find another yellow. But I want to put what I'm going to keep in gallon pots, and what I'm going to discard or not put into the breeding program is going to go into the ground. And I need to make that decision fairly soon. So that's why I'm kind of working with it this way. I just wanted to kind of see habit and get them full grown. I've got that other flat watered already, but this will give me a chance to just kind of decide what we're keeping, what we're culling, and give me a chance to get things in the ground before I've got other things that keep me busy and don't allow me the time to work on the petunias. Well, this flat got exceedingly dry. Actually, I think this one. Yeah. That one's going to be our dark center. We're going to take that one. I like that a lot. Put this back over here. Make some of those harder, quick decisions. Yeah, these all go in the blush, and now we need a new blush one. Yeah, there's too many colors in that one. We'll go ahead and move that one along. Kind of like that growth habit. We'll try that one. That's just a bunch of white. There's some purple. Just another blush. White. I like that it's blooming a lot, but it's an inconsistent. Still a blush. Has some more yellow. I think we're going to keep these as our two yellows. We'll actually play back and forth between those two. And what do we got here? Yeah, we already got one of those. All right, let's get the next flat done. Oh, is it blush? Pink. Really hot pink. Kind of like that. I got one already. Another hot pink. Oh, go in here on those. Pink. It's that white eye to the pink. It's got a white in with it, but we'll remove that. What's the tone of pink? This one. Ooh. That's different. Try that one. I think some of these I'm going to have to come in at night and make sure that we've got a good glow on them. So that might be our next part of the process. Is ensure we're not taking something that's been silenced. All right, so there you go. That is the petunias all separated out. This is going to be our work or keep one. I'm going to select a few more from the trays. I'll do that tonight when I get a chance to see them glow. These are more rejects. All those out there, rejects. This is one of the little oval leaves. It's kind of compact, so we're going to take a look at that one. And then here's the rest of them. So they kind of are all, the rest of them in shades of pinks and purples. And I'll come in tonight and find the best glowing ones out of these where the colors are very, very similar. And we'll go with those. So I'm hoping by possibly tomorrow, I'll have them selected as to what ones I want to use, and then we'll pot them up into gallon pots and then put them back on the breeding table. Other than that, the majority of the white ones are going to go in the ground today while it's still cool, and I'll try to get that figured out before it gets too long in the day. Anyway, I hope you're learning something. I hope you're enjoying. Ag Teacher Thoughts out.